It's like when they say ignorance is bliss, they really don't know the true beauty of existence. I mean, the whole idea of, yeah, we were in heaven and then the serpent gave us knowledge, and then we weren't in heaven anymore, we were in the real world, which is actually probably better for you. So, in a sense, when Eve ate that apple, it was really just a wake up call. It's like, yeah, it's fun right now, but there are some limitations to life. Okay. The serpent wasn't Satan. It was Quetzalcoatl, the reality check. Okay. Um, and I mean, in Hebrew, the word Shemaim means heaven's heights. It's really similar to the term shaman. Okay. And speaking of linguistics, the Nephilim is exactly sounds exactly like Nephalian. Okay. I mean, the Bible says giants came down. Okay, so what do Christians have to say about that if they take the Bible extremely seriously? Why can't they just admit that, oh, it probably is aliens if you want to take it seriously? Um, as far as like UFOs go with the presidency, I mean, Bill Clinton said himself there's a government within the government. So it's like, I don't think you should be complaining to the president if people don't release UFO files because presidency is just a 4-year term. And these FBI, CIA agents have been there 40 years, okay? Of course they're not going to tell the president certain things. Why would you tell the new guy? More Bible stuff. If you spell out Jesus, looks exactly like Venus. You just replace the J and the S with a V and an N. Okay, more linguistics for you. Um, I like how Nietzsche was only quoted once in Waking Life, whereas I could name probably 4 quotes from him. So it's like, if you really like Waking Life, you probably really like Nietzsche, and yet he wasn't credited enough. Um, I've actually been in the coffee shop where that one guy like burned himself, poured fuel on himself. That was actually a friend of mine's English teachers from Austin, way back in Loyola, New Orleans. I mean, yeah, but they went to Austin. Anyway, I really think maturity is about less movement, less physical body, and more reflection. So, in a sense, when you listen to my remixes, it's more like taking it in what it really sounds like, what it's supposed to feel like. Instead of back then, they just made it as a dance song, and if it was catchy, that was a plus. Maturity is realizing how catchy it really is and appreciating it instead of just moving around to it all the time, like, screwed. And I just found out that fucking Mike Watt's dickhole is a Capricorn, the exact opposite of DJ Screw, who's a Cancer. DJ Screw feels it. It's from his heart. The Cancer really wants to feel good because of themselves. It makes them feel nice. But Capricorns want status for the worldly attainment it brings them. And everyone knows Mike Watts is in it just for the money. He's not half as good as the real shit. Okay. I really feel like I'm like the Gordon Ramsay of philosophy because I really don't take shit, and I do know what I'm talking about because I would never make a claim if it wasn't part of my experience. I don't make a claim just because it sounds good, and I will call you out. I have no problem like arguing with people if I know I'm right. Oh, y'all like my Nine Inch Nails shirt? It's like apparently that Facebook movie, I haven't seen it yet, Social Network. David Fincher, the Fight Club director, and Trent Reznor did the bloody soundtrack. Isn't that tight? And it's weird because Zuckerberg, who created Facebook, Fincher, and Reznor are all Tauruses. Okay? I might have to check that shit out. I was watching The Madness of King George last night. Catch it on Netflix. Directed and written by a Taurus. Strange. But anyway, I really. I don't think we should be like saving up money our whole young lives just so we could have free time when we're old. It's really not the point of life. It's like, well, yeah, you got to work hard when you're able to work so you have free time when you're old and dumb and don't have shit to think about. Okay? Use your creativity now and don't just go into escapism when you're off work. When you're off work, that's when reality starts. And I see grown ups Whenever they get off work, they just want to chill out because their body is tired, so that means their mind is tired. What kind of a society is that? They purposefully drain you. Nietzsche says work is the best policeman because it uses all that energy for creativity into physical action. Once again, evolution is up here. Emerson says to think is to act. Don't think daydreaming is not just dreaming, it's part of reality, okay? And y'all, if y'all want a good distinction between the two, just caught this other shit on Netflix, Mushi Shi. Just watch that show, Mushi Shi. It's a great show on Netflix, okay? It's like a X-Files slash Spirited Away, okay? But you know, I like a lot of kinds of things. I like to combine shit. But they say February 10th specifically, we have what is known as a complex nature.